Let's create another array example where problem statement is that we have to store n real number in an array, and then we have to print them in a collected order first and then in reverse order, and all the printing statements should be in a single line. Okay, so what it means, so let's say I have entered or I have stored 10, 20 and 30 in an array. So first time when we try to print them, so that should be in a same order, that is basically 10, 20 in 30, and second time it should be in reverse order, that is 30, 20 and 10, and you can see both the line, it should be print in a single line. So how we can do that, let's check that. Now if you check the statement, so we have to basically store n real number. Now what is the value of n that we have to collect from user, and for that we have to first create a variable, and that variable should be integer type, and let's say name is n. Now we have to collect the value from user, so that's mean we have to take the help of scanner class. So I have created a scanner class instance. Let's say scanner sc is equal to new scalar system.in, and if we try to make Ctrl Shift O and F, so it will automatically import the util package. Now once the scanner class instance is done, we have to give some statement so that user can understand what he or she has to do. So here create a system.out.println and give a proper message how many number you want to store. Now whatever the value entered by user, that should be collected under n variable with the help of scanner class instance, and we can use sc.nextInt because it's a integer type. Now once it is done, then save this file using Ctrl S. Now the next step is that we have to collect the value in an array. So definitely we have to declare an array, and that array size should be n. So we can make this way. So let's say this is a array name numbers, and it's a integer type, and the size of the array, that is basically the value entered by user, that how many number they want to store. So once this is done, that's mean my array declarations and size setup is done here. Now what is the next step? Now the next step is basically we have to collect the value, and how many time we have to collect the value, that is basically n time, right? So we can create a for loop like this way, so where the I, that is basically index, start from 0, then I less than n, that is basically the total number, so less than n, then I plus plus, and each time we can give a message to user that enter number 1, enter number 2, something like this. And how we can do that? With a system.out.println, and here I have given a message that enter number. I basically start from 0, so we can make that enter number 1, number 2, number 3. So for 0 index we can make it a number 1, so that's why I have given a dynamic value I plus 1. So first time it says enter number 1 for 0 index. For index 1 it will say enter number 2, and then finally a colon, and once user enter any value, that should be collected under this number array. And how we can collect that one, so there the syntax is something like this, number and under third bracket, so we can make the index, and index will be dynamically set here based on the iterations, and then equal to, and we have to use sc dot next in because it's a integer type value. So these iterations basically give user a message that enter the number 1 2 3 something like that, and each time entering the number by user, that will be collected under this array. So the total number that user want to store, that will be collected in a array. Now if you check the problem statement, we have to actually print them whatever the collected order that is basically collected, and then it should also print in a reverse order, but all will be in a single line. So first we will try to print them in a collected order in a single line. So how we can do that? So first let create a statement that print the collected number. Okay, and here again we can use the for loop that should start from index 0 and then less than n basically the total number. And here we can create a system.out.println. Instead of println we have to use print because we want everything in a single line. Now what we have to print, we actually have to print array numbers, right? So we can use numbers I. So first time it give 0, then 1, then 2, then 3, something like this, and we can make space in between each number. So how we can do that? So plus then underquote we can use double space here. So if we give some number and store that in this number array, that can be print in a single line this way, and the order is basically same order, that order we basically collected that value in a number array. Now our next step is we have to print the value in reverse order. So how we can do that? So first create a statement like this one, print the number in reverse order, and here you can create another println to make a line gap. Now to print the value in a reverse order, we can again create a for loop, but here we have to create our condition and initializations just reversed of this. So if you check this syntax here, I basically start from 0 and I finish less than n, that is nothing but n minus 1. So here we can use just reverse order, that is basically I should be start from n minus 1 and then I greater than equal to 0, and then instead of I plus plus it should be I minus minus. So once we did this type of things, that's mean it should iterate in reverse way, and we can use the same syntax here, that is basically system.out.print and number I. So previously you can see here I basically 0, then 1, then 2, and it will go till n minus 1, but here I is basically start from n minus 1, then n minus 2, and finally it's go till 0. So first time it will give in a same order, that order we basically collected the number, and the second time it should give me the printing statement of the number in reverse order. So if you save this file and try to run it, so system asks me how many number you want to store. So let me go back here and try to use the same thing, that is basically 3 number 10, 20 and 30. So if I run it again and let's give that I want 3 number to store, okay, so it's give me the enter the first number. So my first number is 10, then second number it's 20, then again enter third number is 30. So it should first time print, that is basically in collected order 10, 20, 30. So you can see it's coming 10, 20, 30 in a single line, and second time it's give me in reverse order. So you can see here first it print 30, so that is basically the reversed order, then 20, then 10. So this way we can basically store the value in an array and print them in a same order and also in reverse order, just changing the iterations logic. So hope you can understand the syntax and the concept. Now next class we will try to solve another problem with the array.
I believe this video has helped you to understand about the topic. Thank you for watching. Please do subscribe, click on the bell notifications and select all so that you don't miss any video from this channel.